So I decided to go live for a little bit just to talk to you guys about anything you had, I guess, questions about the bike. I got like 15 minutes because I got to go cook. So what do y'all want to know? What's next? So today I spent a lot of time today buff like polishing the bike. Polished the air cover, the engine cover, well, it was supposed to only be the air filter and the engine cover, and then it turned out to be handlebars, headlights, triple tree, um, forks. I was out here for like 4 hours. It's been overly hard to has it been overly hard to get parts on it? Yes and no. Really the hardest part to get was that rod command, but like I said in that previous video that I just released, it was by luck that we got it. But worst case, I was gonna have to go with the one off of the base chief, and those are available because they don't have the computer chips in them. So if anything that has a computer chip in it, obviously it's gonna be delayed. So I said, what am I cooking? Turkey chili. I cook enough for it so it'll last like a week. So I don't have to cook like every night. Because as soon as I get off work and then I try to go do YouTube stuff and work on the bikes, I'm just like, I don't have the energy to cook every single night. I just don't. Did it have the factory stock air filter? Yes, it still does. And honestly, the bike, man, it doesn't have a lot of miles on it. So a lot of the stuff you kind of don't have to do. Yeah, I had to change the oil. That was going to be done anyway, but I asked the question just to see what everybody would say. But yes, the oil is going to get changed. But a lot of the stuff on this bike is still in the, like for instance, it has the original tire on it. I am changing the rear tire out because I wanted to put a bigger tire on it. But a lot of the stuff, yeah, it is stock. How can I get it entry without buying a ticket? Just go read my rules. But obviously I will hope for you to buy a ticket, because if this doesn't work, then I can't do it again. So no, I didn't skip your question. I just didn't. I'm on my iPhone and I'm trying to like read this at the same time. So I have to like look up here and then look down. Am I gonna do any custom barber stuff to the Chief? No, not to the Chief. The reason being is because I wanted to keep the passenger option available for this bike. Now, if hopefully I'm able to do other bikes, then I want to bob one out. But this one, I wanted to keep the passenger set up for the bike. So that's the only reason I didn't bob it out. It would have been easier to bob it out because I could have just chopped the subframe off. One of my buddies, he chopped his Chief off, and he had to relocate this the cell modem and the VCM under the seat. So I mean, obviously people do it, but like I said, I wanted to keep the passenger option there. Excellent video tonight. I'd love to get a ride command like that for my Springfield. So I don't know if you were the same person that asked me in the chat. And guys, if I skipped your question, just repost it and I'll get to it. Because like I said, I'm looking up and I'm gonna have to look down. The thing with the rod command, I've seen the Chiefs rod command on an FTR. So it's definitely possible. But the thing is, you already have to have the cell modem. Your ECM has to be set up for it. You have to have, I think the VCM maybe have to have some stuff in it, but there's some extra stuff in the bike other than that rod command that has to already be there. And the thing with the Springfield, the ECM, I don't think has the I guess the coding for it. So, I mean, anything is possible because I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a Thunderstroke, but the tuning on the Chief is different from the tuning on the Springfield. I hope y'all don't hear all these dang bugs out here. They're loud. What am I cooking? Turkey chili. Spread the word. Harley or Indian, both top names, but who is easier to work on? Unfortunately, I haven't had enough Harleys to work on. I want to get more Harleys to work on. My V-Rod, compared to my N109R, I feel like the V-Rod is a little bit easier to work on because it doesn't have as many body panels on it. You can just, once you pull that airbox off, you're looking straight into the cylinder head versus the 109. You have to take off the tank, you have to take off the side panels, you have to take off this ginormous airbox that is a pain in the ass to get back on after you do that. So the V-Rod is definitely easy, but the thing about this Chief that I like so much is that there's no body panels, like none. And once you get the airbox off and the tank, which takes 10 minutes, you're already looking at the injectors. Like the airbox is the easiest thing to work on. So that's why, I really like the way that they designed the bike. And and it could just be a thing with air cooled motors, but I've been paying a lot more attention to design because, you know, I want to learn how to work on them. But the more panels and, for instance, the 109, I think the gears are inside of the engine case. On certain Harleys, it's separate. So if you blow your transmission, you can just separately pull that out. Versus the 109, you have to flip the motor over and crack the case. It's just a pain in the ass. How much are the tickets? There's 75. So I did 100 at 75 for cheaper, and I did 400 at 100. And the reason I did the 75 is because I was trying to strike a balance in trying to make the money back on this and try to make it cheap enough for people to enter, because at the same time, it's more than just a ticket. It's the payment processing. There's obviously the cost of the bike. There's, the price of stickers and legal stuff, website, and then taxes. So I included the tax in that, and I realized later that my attorney told me, like, Brandon, you're gonna have to pay that. I was like, I gotta pay the taxes on it. So there's a reason why it's 75. But the next one, I would hope to be able to do 2 bikes at one time, and then I can lower that. I can lower the amount because there's more at stake and more people can enter. So it's a balancing act. I'm not gonna say I got it right this first time because people have given me feedback on it. So I'm always open to feedback on everything. So just let me know what y'all think as we go along. We do, but you are sideways. Am I still sideways? Okay, he said, hey, okay. I'm playing catch up, guys. Forgive me, this is my first time. ECM needs to have I think I work. Yeah, the ECM, I don't know, man. You might be able to drop the ECM in the Springfield. It's a thunderstroke at the end of the day. I just don't know. I don't have I wish I had both bikes and I could just plug the ECM in the Springfield just to see what happens. I just don't have another bike. You said, will you modify and custom it out on the next one? Dude, this is custom. What are you talking about? Like, when you see the paint, and once you see, what mirrors I put on it, and the levers, and the bars that are going on here, and the 200, like, to me, that's custom. I could have easily just slapped stock color parts on it and everything. So when you see the paint, it's not gonna look like any other cheap. Matter of fact, hold that. Well, I'll wait. I would have to put the camera down and run over there and get one of the panels to show you. But it's not gonna look stock at all. Let's see. When you pick a winner, will the winner be responsible for shipping? Or will you be covering that? I would like to ride it back to New Jersey. So in the rules, I have it set to, if you within 250 miles of me, I'll deliver it to you for free. If not, you got to cover shipping. Slap the thumbs. I have kept up with you since day one. I really appreciate you. I'm learning a lot from you. I'd love to give you a shout out to Roger Dawkins. Hey, I appreciate that. What you're doing, I'm glad you're trying to do the most of it yourself. Yeah, so a lot of this I've been doing myself and just learning as I go. Like, again, I'm just reading the manual. To me, it's like Legos. I was working on my very first bike, and I started out with the clutches, or the clutch cable. I snapped the clutch cable, and I had to ride the bike back on no clutch. So that was interesting. It's just, you have to start somewhere, whether it be changing the oil, changing your radiator fluid, changing your brake pads, taking off a panel. Just taking a panel off and say, hey, I did something to my bike. So you have to start somewhere. And for me, nobody else at the time, when I got this bike, no one else was doing wrecked Indians. Like, there's people out there doing Harleys all day, but nobody was doing an Indian. And if they did do an Indian, they weren't showing the process on how every single thing works. And to me, that's where the fun is, like showing how every little bolt connects, or how to bleed the brakes, or how does Indian deal with the ride command, and the mileage of the bike being stored in the ECM and not the actual device itself. So there's a lot that no one else has shown, and to me, that was the fun part of this. It's more work on me to film it all, but to me, it's more rewarding when people say, oh, I didn't know this, or this is really interesting, it's got me interested in it. And also, it's the fact that a lot of people have reached out to me, and they're doing rebuilds. So obviously, I'm not the first to do it, but seeing these videos, it inspires people, and to me, that's what keeps people, going. Like, and that's what keeps me going and creating content. So I absolutely love it. You're 252 miles away. Does that count? Yes, it does count. I will actually 250 miles. I'm not gonna pick over 252 miles. I bet your neighbors hate you. No, my neighbor is one of the most genuine people ever. He actually helped me with the battery when I was trying to figure out the electrical issues with the bike, and he actually rides a Victory cross country that has a stupid sound system on it. He's gonna watch this and say, "Why you call my sound system stupid?" Because he plays it and I can hear it inside the house. It is so loud. He uses it for he had it built for competitions. Like, it's absolutely sick. But no, he is a very awesome guy. My neighbors are awesome. They don't care, but I don't go out and rev my engine or nothing like that. I try to be considerate because I'm out here in the garage and stuff. But my neighbors are really cool. You want to see the tank? I don't know if I want to show you the tank yet. I wanted to save it for one big video. I might show you the color. I don't know. Would I ever buy another wrecked bike? Absolutely. The only problem that I had with this bike, man, is the shortage of parts, and the fact that prices have gone up. So when I first started this, the price of a tank, I originally was gonna buy another tank and just eat the cost. But then I started talking to my body guy. He was like, yeah, he could pull the dents out and everything. And the tank went from $1,500 to $2,000. And I was like, well, crap. So obviously the prices have gone up over the board. And it's just like, let's just see what he can do. So I got the dents pulled out of the tank and sanded down for only $450. So all of that and fixing the subframe, all that was only $450. So to me, taking a chance on that was worth it. And when you guys see it, it's gonna look really good. And when somebody's doing that kind of stuff, you do have to keep in mind that it's not gonna be perfect, because this is something that was machined in the factory versus somebody putting their physical touches on it. But I think it looks, compared to what it was, so people are riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers through the neighborhood. Compared to what it was, I think somebody that thought, like, if you didn't know it was wrecked, you would never know. Oh God, so many comments. Yes, you do have a member chat, Moto MMA. You're a member of the channel for 3 months, so yes, you do show up. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Like I said, if I miss your comment, just repost it. Yeah, I'm a new subscriber to the channel. I'm very interested in any Achieve Makeover. What year is this bike? It is a 2022 bike. Want to MMI for Harley. Would love for Polaris to start a program. Yeah, man, you know what? Polaris should do that, and I don't fault them too much for it, because the brand's only been around in this form since 2014, or since they relaunched it. So I can see that kind of stuff coming. It's gonna take some time though. Does the GPS have the home address or saved destination of the previous owner? Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. I would check that. I don't know. Obviously, I don't want to show that on camera, but I'll definitely check and see. Followed the series from the jump. It's been amazing. Enjoyed the channel. I appreciate you, Coulter. Definitely need to have some parties with the neighbors. Oh yeah, we have parties all the time. I had some stories of I had a little get together. We was out in the front yard like late at night, and my neighbor pulls up on his bike and he walks over, obviously, and joins us. So yeah, that kind of stuff does happen over here. Hit the like button, folks. Yeah, man, I would love for y'all to hit the like button. I don't even ask for that kind of stuff anymore, like buttons and subscribers, because I feel like if you're here for the channel and what I'm doing here. So at that point, you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna like it. So it is what it is. Keep that a secret. Show it off when it's all done. Yeah. I'm showing you guys some of the pearl already. I'm very. Some people have already seen it, and they've all said like the flake, the color choice, how the colors blend together. Everybody has said like, yeah, it's gonna be a showstopper. And me, I haven't even seen it in the sun. But like I said, today I spent a lot of time just polishing the bike, compounding and paint correcting. So when the light does hit it, there's no swirl marks. It's just straight light. And it looks like glass. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's crazy. So ultimately, do you want to push the idea to the place where Blockhead, Chase on Two Wheels are with their builds, or Motor Odyssey or something like that? I do, but they're on an entirely different level. Like what I try to keep people to remember is that I am I'm not full time with this. I do this after work on the weekends, and sometimes I've had to slip off from work on my lunch break and try to do stuff because I just don't have the time. And that's what this build, the proceeds from this build, all of that funds that. Me being able to do more of this and be able to do it faster and be able to get more videos out to you quicker. And that's why I wanted to do this live to kind of answer a lot of your questions, because I do the videos. I think most of these videos are why? It's a V6 Camaro. Why would they do that? I try to get these videos out to you faster so you can so I can answer your questions and or do the live, because these videos are filmed sometimes a week in advance. So when I posted, it was already filmed and I've already done something else to the bike. So, but I would love to be able to get to that level. But I also like the fact that it's a regular person doing it and showing you guys that any of you can do the exact same thing that I'm doing, besides the YouTube and the giveaway stuff. But just getting a wreck bike, financing it, figuring things out. If it's a bike that you really want and you go for it, you can do it yourself. Nothing I'm doing with this bike is nothing that you can't do. Nothing. And I love being able to show that. Hi from Florida. Hi Rob. What up? Really enjoy the content. I appreciate you. Good eye from Australia. Hello everybody. They do it because they want to show out. Yeah, we all want to. Oh yeah. The people speeding up and down the street, like it sound like a fart can. But then again, I have a V8, so. But my boys, you grew up in Beham. Yeah, man. Birmingham's not too far from me. Hey, if y'all got any questions, man, let me know, because you only got me for a few more minutes. This is like the first live I've ever done, so y'all ain't got me for too much longer. I'm gonna do another one in about 7 months. Okay, you know what? I feel like I want to show you guys part of the color of the bike. I feel like I want to do that. So you are not a mechanic? No, I've never said I'm a mechanic, dude. I'm an IT guy. I am not a mechanic. No. Thanks, Patrick. Tell your family I said hi. What would be the next bike you rebuild? So I have another series starting soon. My patrons, they already know about that. Yeah, that series is gonna be very interesting, and it's gonna go hand in hand with what I'm already doing here. I really would like to do another Scout, or a Scout, and maybe a Harley Sportster S, but it all depends on what's out there at the time. But ultimately, I want to get to the point where I can do a performance challenger. I want to do a performance challenger and go out there and challenge some of these built Harleys. I would love to be able to do that. Obviously, I would love to be able to do it on my M109R and my V-Rod, because I know those bikes are fast as heck. But building a performance bagger and taking it out there in the streets with everybody else, I'm not talking like, I'm talking like the underground type ride. I want to be able to do that. That would be a lot of fun. What's up, Bikes Burgers? Yeah, she made it to alive. You remind me of a younger me. Hey man, you only grow old when you stop doing things that you loved doing when you were young. And my mom used to put me in a box and just let me play all day because I have a wild imagination. And I look at bikes like Legos. So it's Legos. You'll figure it out. Also, IT engineering guy. Hell yeah. Love what you've been posting because of me. You got an M109R and have to switch it from the Indian. How stable is the Indian you're working on? So the plan when this bike is done, I'm going to obviously I got to get it certified with the state so I can get a tag and get insurance for it, but also take it to the dealership and get them to actually look at it and get something called a certified mechanic statement, and that basically says like the bike's safe to ride. So I'm not gonna put it out there if it's not safe to ride. I'm not gonna make this bike not something that I wouldn't ride myself. Essentially, building a bike seems daunting, but people need to go step by step. Can you look up videos on how to put on the front end and do that? Point is, if you break down each task, it's not as daunting. Absolutely, and that's what I tell people, especially that reach out to me asking about the 109 or how to work on the V-Rod. Get the manual. It's step by step. And as long as you have the right tools, in this case with this bike, the only tools I've really needed is mostly a bike lift you can get from Harbor Freight, costs like $100, and also like Allen keys and a ratchet and some sockets, and that's really it, man. This bike is really easy to work on now. I haven't had to drop the motor or anything, but as far as taking off that front end, It's literally just a bunch of Allen boats. That's it, man. I'm late. What's the update? I'm just chilling here, man. That's it. Just trying to get on live and talk to the folks. That's it. What happens if someone in another country wins the Indian? So I'm only doing this for the USA. The reason why I'm only doing it for the USA because international law is a different ball game, and I don't have the money to deal with that. So if you're not in the United States, do not enter. If you want to still support, cool, but I cannot ship the bike to anybody in another country. Not at this stage, I can't. What happened to the meetup with Tall for the race? What happened that weekend? I couldn't go to it. Um, there was something I had to do that weekend because he reached out and I basically told him I couldn't go, and I I can't go. Like I think when he does it, it's like Friday and Saturday. Friday I'm working, and Saturday I think I had a family thing, so I just couldn't go. I want to go, but I can't. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Any specialty tools I had to get? I'm looking at my wall right now. Uh, no specialty tools. No, not a single specialty tool I needed. This is regular stuff. Like I said, the bike lift is really the biggest thing. Is Bama part of the U.S.? No, Alabama. No, Florida is not part of the U.S. No, Florida's not part of the U.S. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could send it to Australia. I have a lot of supporters in Australia, Canada, the UK, and I want to get to that point, but right now I just can't do it. As a one person thing, trying to get this off the ground. Maybe bike number 4, bike number 5, maybe. But right now, this is still a proof of concept. It's really a proof of concept, and right now I'm like, figure it out. Players engineering, as far as motorcycles are concerned, are very user friendly. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Show of hands in chat who entered. Hey, Brandon, nice job on the Chief. Really enjoying the build. What made you decide to give the bike away? Are you planning to build another? Yes, as I've said before, I want to keep it. I would love to keep it. And that's why I want to get it done so I can do, ride it a little bit, just do some content on it for you guys. But the reason I'm giving it away is to raise enough funds so I can do more of this on YouTube. I still work a full-time job. Right now, I was telling everybody, I'm supposed to be in there cooking right now. I was supposed to cook 2 hours ago. But I have a day job. My day job sucks up about maybe 45 to 50 hours of my week. And by the time I get home, I'm trying to spend time with my wife and then, try to do chores and cut grass and all that kind of stuff. It's draining. And then I have to come in here, work on the bike, till late hours in the morning, get up, do it all over again in the weekend rather than ride. I'm working on the bikes. So having the time would help a lot. And that's what this bike, the proceeds from this bike would help. And also I don't have a pickup truck, for instance. Like the proceeds from this, other than covering the bike, would help me get a truck so I can, get stuff to and from the shop a lot faster. I will be entering after this paycheck. Dude, I would hope that people enter, but just watching the videos, it helps so much. So, hey, I appreciate it. I trust me, I appreciate it. And I said before that I would like to be able to get it cheaper the next few rounds, but I was trying to find a balancing act of not making it not necessarily too cheap to enter, but have the odds too high. I wanted the odds to be reasonable. And so, and then the cost of the bike, I had to strike a balance. So that's the reason why, I decided to get the tank fixed instead of buying a new one and, doing the stickers first. So all of this, there's a reason why. When you run the numbers, that's when you go, wait, I really need to kind of like try to do this. And then maybe after this one, I can start doing it a different way. But I'm always open to recommendations, always. Yes, they do make a Fat Boy HD Lego set, yeah. But I don't think they do any of that with Indian, though. I don't think so. Maybe the older ones. Let's see. Oh, Dan is in here from Gears and Gadgets. I missed it. Hey, what's up? Like I said, guys, I got my phone right here, and I'm looking down at the laptop to see your chats. That's why I'm all pretty, because I'm not using the front camera, and I'm sweaty, dude. These mosquitoes out here, they are biting my ankles, man. I need to get a freaking AC unit in this thing. They are tearing me up. Let's see. I haven't entered. I'm in Australia, but I was supporting China. Absolutely, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I always do my best to not only watch, but like and say something, even though I'm super late with catching up. It is what it is, bro. Let's see. I thought every Harley owner had a pickup. Well, technically, my V-Rod isn't a Harley. Fake HD is not a real Harley. Even if I don't win, I'd be glad to offer my pickup in the closed trailer to deliver it, provided the winner. Absolutely. I mean, worst case, I just do what I did. Get my uncle's truck and get a U-Haul. That's essentially what I did. I just got a U-Haul. No big deal. What else y'all got? I'm gonna be on here for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna go cook. What y'all got? You have 100,000 kilometers, dude. Why haven't you got a bigger bike? No, I was playing. Sportsters are cool. I would love to be able to do it on a Sportster. Before I bought the V-Rod, I was actually gonna get a Sportster, and I kind of just thought I wanted something a little bit bigger, so I got the V-Rod. I found a good deal on the V-Rod. What am I making? Turkey chili, because I don't like cooking every single day when I get home. So I make a big pot of something and kind of nibble off of it all week. Oh, mosquito. Dear God. Dude, these things are ruthless out here, bro. Sorry, watch you because you're a metric guy like me. I'm metric and standard now. So without saying exactly where you work, what is your day job? I am a system administrator. What do you do? Would you do a victory? I thought about the victory. The thing with the victory is it has to have enough buzz for me to be able to get my money back out of it. I'm not at that point where I can kind of take a loss on it. I'm a business at the end of the day, at least as far as this stuff goes. I would love to be able to do a victory. I would love to be able to, seriously, I would love to be able to put lowest cam in it and supercharge it. Like, that would be crazy. I would love to do that. But, supercharge is like $6 grand, $7 grand or something. Like, can't believe Polaris doesn't sponsor you. So the thing about the sponsorships, he said he wants a bigger bike and she serves me well. Hey, that's all that matters. The thing about the sponsorships is that you have to have some type of appeal and clout, like reputation or recognition. Indian has been working with me, or Polaris, as some people say. I don't really care. I just say Indian. I'm working with them on some stuff in the future, like more press events. Like once you get in that room, you kind of just get invited to stuff. But this chief, I really wanted to put my own money into it. I wanted to put all of my own money into it because I wanted to show you guys from start to finish what it would take. Because if I'd have got Indian to sponsor me, it wouldn't have been as appealing to you guys because it's no longer real. So all of my own money is tied up into this. I found it myself, put my own money up on the line. I got the loan myself, all of the parts, the sourcing, the paint shop, and all of that's on me. So Indian, they wanted to do some stuff, and I was like, not this time, because I want to make this as relatable as possible, and that's the reason why. When do I plan on finishing it? I'm hoping to have it done within hopefully the next week or 2 weeks, because I want to start making more, like actually ride it, because I still got to take it to, like, I got to actually contact the people to get it inspected, and there's a lot more paperwork stuff involved, but I'm hoping to have it done soon. The big thing is the suspension is kicking my butt right now. Other than the suspension, the bike is fully rideable. Other than the suspension being a little off, it's completely rideable. Would I like to be on your podcast? Absolutely. Just send me a message or email. Why am I not keeping the chief? Like I said before, I'm using this to fund other stuff on the channel. You have to put in the effort to remain organic too. Full-blown sponsorships are a dangerous game to navigate on YouTube. Absolutely, Dan. Gears and Gadgets. It's absolutely. That's why I said I wanted to put my own money into this, because I want you guys to see. Prime example. When I started doing this, I've always wanted to know how to get a wrecked bike. I've always wanted to know, and once I figured it out, I was like, I need to share this. So there are people that put that information behind a paywall, like the financing offices that do this kind of stuff. How do you actually navigate Copart or IAA? And I was like, man, I'm just gonna put it out there as a video because you guys wanted to know how much it's gonna cost. Now, will I probably do that in the future going down the road? No, because it's content that I've already done, and it's kind of the blueprints are already there. So I just wanted people to see what's all involved with this. And again, it's more relatable. So like I said, I've got to get my money back out of it, especially if I'm giving it away to somebody, because I want to be able to keep doing it. And again, all of my own money is in this bike. So what I mean is, if I was them and saw the praise you gave the company, at least give you a bike for the year and rotate. Who's to say I don't have one? I might have one coming from Suzuki, Ducati, Harley, Indian, Moto Guzzi. You never know. I might have one coming from Royal Enfield. You never know. I definitely don't have one coming from Suzuki, actually, because Suzuki don't mess with your boy. But but no, seriously though, no, I get that, and trust me, I have been working on it. I've been trying since 2018, and just stay. I say 2018 since I had my accident, but just stay tuned. All of this is just stay tuned. And I said before, if I missed your comment before, just repost it. I'm not ignoring you. Let's see what I mean. You're building a reputation. I'm really glad you've been invited to press events that some of the bigger channels have been to. Your storytelling perspective style is superior to most. I appreciate that, Eric. That stuff is a lot of work, man. Those, like, just rather than just turning on your camera and just doing like a motor vlog or something, I try to take it a step further and give you guys the full experience. I know everybody doesn't give a damn about coffee breaks and eating, but to me, when you're riding bikes like that, all of that stuff is part of the ride. That's what people are gonna do. So to me, I like showing that and explaining the stops, how I feel after the stops, how do I feel after eating a full belly of food and riding again. But yeah, they do pay for all of that, but they're not paying me to say what I say. So I'm giving a story, all of that involved with it. So it's more work on me. So when I post it, I don't post it if I don't watch it myself. So I do go back and watch those videos. I think my favorite one is definitely the Chief, because that was that was like the beginning of something just crazy. And to this day, I still can't believe I was there on that bike, meeting all of those different journalists and YouTubers and the people behind the brand, the engineers that built the bike, sitting at the table just talking to them about the bike. There's one engineer that I talked to, and both of these guys came from Victory. He said his job was to inspect all of the wear and tear on Chief before the bike went launched, and he literally knows where every single bolt on this bike goes. He's torn the bike down like hundreds of times, or realistically probably at least 100, he said. And he would check the wear and tear on each individual bolt. So it's really interesting when you get to these press events and get in these rooms and you get to talk to these people. Like, they're just regular people just like us, except they build motorcycles for a living, and it's a lot of fun to talk to them. And Harley Davidson is the exact same way. What am I cooking? Turkey chili. And I won't be surprised when Mrs. Bicasso come out. she's not gonna do it, but she's probably watching it in there now. Gonna tell me to come in and say, "Come cook, Brandon." And she can cook it too, but she likes the way I cook it. So, let's see what else. I'm scrolling down. Somebody gave me 50 Morphine Cowboy. Why don't you just put that towards the giveaway? You get an entry to win the bike. Why'd you give me 50 bucks? Well, thank you. Just a little something to show my appreciation for your hard work on the outstanding build. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, you have to be 100% careful with sponsorship. Yeah, see, Sean says the chili awaits. Now I'm just in this mode to keep talking now. You guys, I talk too much. That's why I edit my videos. Any tips on getting a good project motorcycle? I've had project cars before that I got running. It's the exact same thing with the bike. Just make sure you don't overpay. But being that the market is so crazy right now with, parts and computer chips and everything, if you can find a bike that doesn't have as much technology in it, this bike has 3 computers in it, it makes the build so much easier. Because if somebody were to get a wreck Chief right now, a Dark Horse, they would struggle if it didn't already have the ride command on it, because you can't get it, or if another component was not there. But make sure that you know all of the costs associated to get it to your front door, so you don't get caught. Because you might think, oh, I just won the bike for $3,000. Okay, once Copart stacks on their fees or IAA, then they knock on a transport fee, taxes, and all that kind of stuff. Now you're looking at $4,500, and you're like, wait, it was $3,000. So make sure you know everything before you do that, and everything else is easy. And also make sure you have somebody that can get the bike registered for you if it's a salvage title, because there's clean title bikes out there, but the majority of them are salvage. So make sure you have that contact lined up before you do it. But if you're doing a project car, it's the same process. It's just a bike. Reading more comments, looking down, reading comments. I want to call the guy out, but I've seen several take money for bills and never finish them. Hey man, everybody's different. I'm trying my best to not ever get to that point. I'm a genuine guy, and my mom raised and built me on honesty and just being upfront with people. So that's what I've always done. So I've unsubbed from a few later that went full time and suddenly their last 50 vids are advertising and clickbait. So my first paid advertisement or sponsorship was Skillshare. And they were very specific on how everything had to be done, but luckily it is a service that I was already using. So I don't want to get to that point, but when you get when you get to a certain point and your overhead is so high, that's why they do those sponsorships. And plus, when you have to live off the ad revenue. I'm trying not to have to live off ad revenue because it fluctuates. Some months you might make $500. Some months you might make $1,500, and other months when it's just dead, you might make $22. So yeah, it's a different game. So that's why people resort to the sponsorships. But there are ways to do sponsorships that I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning, and I know some of you that are content creators in the chat, you can attest to that. It is a balancing act, and I'm still trying to figure that out. So if I ever get to that point, hey, knock me over the head and say, Brandon, revamp that. So yeah. Let's see, good stories, Brandon. I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of them. For those who don't know, Brandon and I have been helping folks off screen with assistance on their product. Hold on. Oh, I lost your comment. No. For a long time before he started the project of his own. Yeah, absolutely. William Buck Brown, he was talking about, we've helped folks with projects off screen. Absolutely. And actually, he has a ride coming up that I will be in. Oh my God, it's August 26th or 27th. It's the weekend after the 19th and the 20th of August. I'll have something else coming out about it. But we're gonna be doing a ride for someone special to him, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be going to a good cause, and I don't get a chance to do these often. And I've had the honor of meeting this person in person, and I definitely want to be there. So I don't remember everything off the top of my head, but if he can put it in the comments, put it in the comments. You have worked with so many YouTubers, Coolest, Shade Tree, Herty Woods, Queen Sid. Who's the coolest? The person that you guys don't really get a chance to see a lot of is maybe Blockhead and Jess. So when I was out there in Cali, I was out there longer than I was supposed to be, and I got a chance to spend like a whole week with Blockhead and Jess, and I really got to know them on a personal level. Like we only share 20% of what we deal with on YouTube because you guys see the edited video. That's why I'm doing this live. I know you guys haven't seen me in this fashion before, but we we all go through different stuff. But no, they're really great. And plus, I got a chance to see Blockhead's face for a whole week. So, but I say the coolest. I'm not gonna say one's the coolest of the other, but they're really genuine people, and they're very down to earth, and I got a chance to see a side of them that you guys don't get a chance to see. And of course, when you see them in person at events and stuff, you get a chance to see that a little bit more. But yeah, they're really cool. And also, of course, Shade Tree he's the freaking swamp wizard. Shade Tree's gonna be Shade Tree. What else? Talk true about the clickbait with several other channels. Unfortunately, we have to do clickbait. To an extent, there's clickbait and there's no clickbait and there's gray area clickbait where you kind of get people enticed to click, but you still deliver. To me, it's not clickbait if you deliver on whatever you're talking about, even if it has a catching title. Like the video I just released, it had in big red letters, overdue warning, which it was true. It was an overdue warning. It's clickbait, but it's not clickbait. I deliver on whatever I was talking about in the video, but I understand why you say like clickbait. Like some people do clickbait. It's just like, and not in this niche, motorcycles, but in different way out there in different communities on YouTube. That's all that they do. Anonymous says, if I give you money, you buy me an auction bike and build it. I don't know. I might actually consider that one day. I'm in the hat. Yes, Morphine Cowboy, you're in the hat. Definitely go for an older bike that is popular, less tech, and more parts available. Also, if you want to sell, it's popular, so it'll move quick. Yeah, so that's another reason. If all of this failed, I was going to sell the bike, and I knew I could definitely sell it. Who wouldn't want to pay, I don't know, $14,000 for an Indian Chief, regardless if it was salvaged or rebuilt title, versus waiting 6 months for one, assuming you even get it. There are people that are still waiting for their bikes right now. Let's see. Okay, anyone wants a great first project, get a sporty rubber mount for any cafe style, solid mount for rigid, easiest bike to do. Yeah, absolutely. Sportsters are, you can turn them into flat tracks, cafe racers, sport bikes, touring bikes. You do anything with that damn bike. Let's see. Shade tree. I'm trying to get all you comments. We ever consider getting a Honda or working on a beat up one? Absolutely. I want to get to that point. The thing I'm not a mechanic, as I said before. Um, I'm not a mechanic, so I would love to be able to get to the point of fabricating, making custom parts, chopping off parts. I'm just not at that point. I was actually talking to an Indian tech a few days ago, and he has like a lathe, I guess, machine where he can machine parts. I was like, I want to get one of those because I want to, like, he was showing me foot pegs that he made for their race FTR. I was like, oh my god, how did you do that? He was like, I just took a sheet of a block of aluminum and did it by hand. I was like, I want to be able to do that. So I'm gonna get there. What accident? So what accident was I talking about? My accident in 2018 when I wrecked my Scout Bobber. Tank wobble, threw me off the bike. Bike kept going up the highway, just like, all right, Bicasso, see you later. And I'm like, road rash. Yeah. Ought to make a plan to go to Daytona. Absolutely. I've never been to Daytona, and what always happens is that I have to work. I have to work. So, like I said, if you missed it before, I said my job takes up about 40 to 50 hours a week, 45 to 50 hours a week. I have to be at work. So, yeah, that's the reason why I can never go to Daytona. Let's see. Shade Tree is wild to hang out with, but he's so humble. So humble. He takes care of you when you hang out with him, definitely. Yeah, let's just find the way it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and go make this chili before I get beat up. Do you guys want me to show you one of the side panels for the bike? Let's see what y'all say. At least you'll be able to see the color, I guess. You guys want to see it? You guys want to see it? You guys want to see it? I think you guys want to see it. I honestly want to get you guys' reaction. Show the damn panels. Show the panels. We gotta get to 75 likes first, and I'll show the panel. Wifey's stomach is garage. Dude, she gets hangry, man. 75 likes and I'll do it. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Oh, 77 likes. Y'all just showing out, baby. Showing out, baby. All right, y'all ready to see this? I'm just gonna give you this. All right, here we go. That's the color. Everybody click that thumbs up. Y'all need to click it all the time. What do y'all think? Pretty blue, yeah. It's blue with flake. So you guys can't see it right now, but it's blue with a black fade. So the idea is that when it's on the bike, the black is gonna fade into the frame. So obviously, when you see it in the light, it's gonna have this pearl look to it. And how'd you know blue's my favorite color? Hey, it's my favorite color. That's why the 109 is blue. Oh, she almost dropped it. Oh my God, trying to freaking hit it. Oh, don't drop it, Brandon. A teaser and dinner. All right, I'm gonna go eat. So, or cook. I gotta go cook. I can't even eat. Yeah, but yeah, the black on the bottom. Yeah, but that's the last look of it. It looks really good. I'm actually really proud of this color scheme. Mrs. Bicasso and I picked the color out ourselves, and yeah, we're both really proud of it. So I can't wait till y'all see it all on the bike. And when this glass coating that I put on this bike today, and I got to put the 200 rear end on the bike, put the stage 1 exhaust on it, all that's just gonna It's gonna look so good. But yeah, I'm getting off of this thing. I catch y'all in the next one. But as always, thanks for listening to my stories. And if you haven't entered into the giveaway, hey man, whenever you can, get over there. And if not, I understand. So, like I said, it helps me continue to do this stuff. I'm gonna try to get those first booster, bro. Seriously, booster, bro. I'm gonna try to get those first round of orders out this week as well. And we're gonna keep on trucking. So I got some videos dropping this week, and yeah. So I'll catch y'all in the next one if you're subscribed, which I think all of you are. Peace.